No, I already started. It's on!
Is this lead up to this big thing that you keep talking about, Julie, going to be like a month from now?
A lot of you are aware that video is of our son, Rebecca and my son, recorded years and years ago. With the reopening of Disneyland, we thought it would be fun to reenact that moment. So let's check that out right now. So, as you can see, our son has grown up quite a bit in the past few years. So.
Oh, I thought I'd missed it when I was out of town.
So, thank you, Gideon, for being willing to redo that. What'd you think of that, Jeremiah?
Yeah, I thought it was perfect. Those poor women, they seem kind of frightened.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the January 26th edition of Disney Park Talk Live. My name is Doobie, co-host of today's show, back with us this week. I'm so happy she's back. Right over there, Rebecca Mosley. How you doing, Rebecca?
Not as happy to be back, although nice to be around you again.
Thank you very much. Down there, the vice president, you're not a vice president, the man in charge of Southern California theme parks and Star Wars for Laughing Place, Mike Celestino.
I want to say I rotated my desk in the last week so I don't have to like lean into the shot anymore. And I have a nice backdrop.
Nice.
It's the same backdrop, but I just have a better angle on it.
Did you like watch yourself and realize this is not good or something?
It was hard on my back, really.
Yes. And speaking of weirdos, the man right below me, the vice president in charge of Graceland and reenacting classic Gideon spots is Jeremiah Good. How you doing, Jeremiah?
Doing well. How about you, Doobie?
I am doing great. So Rebecca was not with us last week because she was in Florida, Walt Disney World, Hills, that is, Black Gold. So before we even get into the real big news, and there is some big news this week, I just want to ask Rebecca, what was it like? Did you have a good time? How are things out there?
Oh, no, I had a wonderful time. I just spent very little of it, actually, at Disney World. I was up at the Universal Orlando Resort, most of it. So,
what were you doing there?
Just going on Men in Black
stuff.
over and over again.
Yes. No, actually, this trip, Men in Black, we hit Simpsons. We walked the Velocicoaster track.
They let you up there?
Sorry, the queue.
I was like, wow.
Sorry.
Especially that top hat, like that climb.
Sorry.
Jeez.
The queue.
He's grown, but
The
his arms are
queue. The
still
queue. Oh, man, I forgot what it's like to do this with you guys. Let's see. I got to go on my favorite log flume, which is Ripsaw Falls. And it was my nephew's first time riding, so that was really special. So yeah, and then ate at the Wave, which is currently at California Grill, which I guess is actually called the Contemporary Grill now, but I don't know.
It's still California.
Is it?
Grill.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we were up on the upper levels of the Contemporary, and it's really beautiful. I forgot how much I prefer it as a daytime eating location rather than the evening. However, I would say that our service was not what I'm used to getting at a premium location.
Well, you weren't. You were at the Wave.
Well, okay, but my bill would suggest otherwise. So yeah, but that was the only frustration, because just things like the tables around me weren't bussed as quickly as I'm used to at a Disney fine dining and things like that. And it was newly open, and I also know that staffing is, not quite as much as it has been in the past, kind of thing.
Well,
so
for the breakfast, I mean, they literally took everybody from the Wave and just moved them all up there. So they went from a very small location that had maybe 6 servers to a major location that 6 servers and the California Grill, you're kind of feeling like there's nobody around.
Yeah, I would say that'll. Like I say, we were there very early on. The food itself was delicious, and the views can't be topped. So yeah, I would definitely go back and do that again. The avocado toast appetizer was amazing. Juby's trying to share a picture right now.
Goodness, it's driving me crazy.
You have to say add to stream. It's a new thing.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
So, okay. So these are some of those amazing views she had.
That was wonderful.
And I'm trying to get to that.
There they are moving. That's fine. Can we go back and forth between those 2 photos again?
I want to get to the food for a second.
Yeah. Oh, that was so good.
Is it like that big?
It was. They were about this big. It was about a baguette, and then cut. And then they have the textures were great because you have the creamy goodness of the avocado with the bit of crunch from, I'm guessing it's pumpkin seed on top. I'm not sure. And then the radish. So, and then the crostini itself was not, sometimes you get them and just like so crunchy. It's almost like a thick cracker. This was actually like just a nice toasted bread.
And they did let you go out on the balcony, which I'll get to in a second.
Yeah, it was great. We were walking out there and seeing it was fascinating because in my understanding is in part, right now the monorails, you must be masked. However, the ferry boat does not require masking. And so some guests who maybe are caught off guard or prefer not to put the mask on are opting for the ferry boat. So I've never seen 11 o'clock ferry dumps be as many people as they were when we were up there. So it was really fun to watch the ferry, just the stream of people exit the ferry and head into the Magic Kingdom entrance. Now he's just going to show all my pictures, apparently.
No, I'm trying to get to the one that shows Tron. Sorry. I probably could have stopped sharing, but there's a good look at what the Tron light cycle / run looks like from the top. I'm sorry, hon. I really was not trying to do that.
It's fine. I'm used to it. It's all good. So yeah, but I didn't know we were going to tell everybody about my trip, but yeah, it was fun.
It just occurred to me since you weren't here. Otherwise, I would have given you some warning. Okay, so anyway, that was Rebecca's trip. But while she was gone, actually, right after she got back, some huge news dropped, and that is the return of the Disney Cruise Line. They've been doing some test sailings, and they announced that August 9th, which, wow, is which is exactly 2 weeks away from today. August 9th, the Disney Cruise Line, Disney Dream set sail, 4-night cruise. It's a little bit weird for Disney cruising. Your first day is a day at sea. Well, your first day is the day you leave, and then the next day is a day at sea, and then Castaway Cay, and then Castaway Cay, and then you go home. So no real ports of call, but good thing Disney's private island is the best port of call there is. So sorry.
That was some good beatboxing.
Yeah, nice one there. But yeah, the Disney cruise is coming back. I can't believe only 2 weeks away.
2 weeks from today, that first sailing, August 9th. And so here are the rules. Probably not exactly what a lot of cruise lines wanted, but it's what the law allows. So it is not vaccinated only. They certainly recommend you be vaccinated, but it's not a requirement. If you are not vaccinated, then you will have to have a COVID test prior to boarding. You also have to have additional travel insurance just in case something comes up while you're gone. It is not masked when you're outdoors, and it's obviously not masked when you're dining, but otherwise you are masked indoors. The masking is irrespective of your vaccination status. No one has to mask outdoors. Everyone has to mask indoors except for eating. And then, of course, because of the rules and the possibilities of you're not being able to go or whatever, extremely flexible with the cancellation. If you get there and you take a test and you can't go, you'll get your money back. If you get sick, if you test positive on board and have to quarantine, you'll prorate to get your money back. So they're as flexible as they can be. But it looks like most of the activities are there. You can book a massage. You can, they have the wine tastings and all the various stuff. About the only thing, you can do a Bippity Boppity Boutique. It really seems like the only thing they don't have are the traditional character meet and greets. And they did explicitly state you won't be able to go hug Mickey. And buffets will be there, but they will not be served yourself. You will be served. So it seems like it's going to be a pretty normal cruise experience. I'm looking forward to reading reports coming out of there and seeing just how normal it is. What do you think, Rebecca? I know you love Disney cruising.
I'm very excited about it. I also found it interesting that while masking is required 12 and up, they did designate that for the child zones, that the 11 and under, it's recommended. And so I thought that was kind of a realistic expectation, because children are children, and it was right there in the documentation regarding the children's club. That was regarding the children's club setting. So be sure to read about that if that is something that will influence your decision whether or not to travel. And also, some of this information that we share right now, things do change. So we're going based upon what we've read as of today.
Yeah, obviously this is as flexible as can be. It's even possible this cruise won't happen given, how things go right now, but that's the way they are as of right now. As always, if you are going to book, we highly recommend MEI travel, especially at a time like this, Mouse Fan Travel, because MEI, Mouse Fan Travel, but that really is what they are, because things get complicated. There's lots of rules to make sure you follow. The last thing you want to do is show up at the port and find out I don't have the travel insurance I need, or I got my vaccination was only 2 weeks ago or a week ago, and so I still have to test, or anything like that. Make sure you get all the information, and the best way to get that information, in my opinion, is to use a travel agent like Mouse Fan Travel, and they'll make sure that you are exactly where you need to be with all the requirements. So as we said, they're very flexible with the refund policy and all that, and they're excited. I mean, they released a 5-minute video letting you know that cruising is back. And now they have their first 30-second commercial out there. And it's fun to see that they're excited. There's no sense that, yep, we've got to bring back cruising. They seem very, very excited to be bringing cruising back. And I am equally excited to be getting my pale booty back on the ship so I can get a nice tan. So really exciting.
I don't ever want to see your pale booty.
Then I have a recommendation. If we're on a cruise together, stay away from deck 4.
He wants to see that.
Anything goes on deck 4.
Apparently.
I think that's a new warning. Like, hang on, I'm on the site. Yes, stay away from deck 4. If Doobie, I guess so.
What's the first thing you're going to do when you get on a cruise ship, Doob?
That is probably go to deck 4 and get my mask off. I'm excited to go to deck 4. I love deck 4 so much. How about you,
Jeremiah?
I will be excited to get back on a regular cruise. I'm not too up on this cruise right now. Like, I will let you guys go enjoy all that, and then when it kind of calms down, especially being here in Florida, where we're number 1.
You're fine, Jeremiah.
Gotcha.
You're fine. Are you excited to get back to
cruise? What are you most eager, as far as the cruise experience? What element of the cruise experience are you most eager to have again?
I'm excited to go get the soft serve. Hopefully, or the banana soft serve.
You know what? That soft serve is the most overrated part of a cruise.
No, that's deck 4, especially with a pale booty on it.
Mike, I don't know how you've cruised, because I know you wrote about the Star Wars cruise, right?
Yeah, we did Star Wars Day at Sea 2020.
What of that experience would you like to jump back into again?
I have to be honest, we spent most of our time on the ship doing trivia, which sounds silly, but every time there was a trivia contest, we went and participated pretty much. Although my wife would have probably preferred being out in the sun. But as far as like other stuff goes, I really liked Castaway Cay, and I would really like to go back there.
Well, if you cruise now, you can go there twice. And I'm anxious to see, since it's a back-to-back double dip. Usually a double dip is you're there, you go away, you come back. But this is back-to-back, so presumably you're just going to be sleeping on the ship while it's docked at Castaway Cay.
I know. Can I sleep on the beach?
No, I hear
Well, I've
that's
heard
the
you don't
last
want
thing you
to.
want to do.
Yeah, you really don't want to.
The bugs on Castaway Cay are not to be fooled with at night.
Oh yeah,
That's
I
what we've heard.
I
don't
do
know
think
if-
it would be neat to be there at nighttime, though. I guess they don't do that, though, huh?
No, it's back. I've seen this itinerary, and it's back on ship at the normal time. Even if the ship doesn't go anywhere, you're coming back on the ship. It is not made for nighttime. There's a very small number of cast members who work on there, between cruises, but it is not set. There are no lights on there. It is a daytime place.
It's like that movie Pitch Black. At nighttime, it's just like total nightmare.
Exactly like that movie. Exactly. A little like Devil 2, which was written by M. Night Shyamalan.
I looked it up. He
Story.
came up with the story.
Okay.
Someone else wrote it and directed
Well,
it.
the story is everything on that movie. I'm giving him some credit for Devil. He deserves it. It's a great movie.
Okay.
I love M. Night. All right. So what's so funny, Jeremiah?
I am an M. Night Shyamalan defender as
Hey,
well, so I have no problem.
Surprisingly, this is actually a Disney topic because
Yeah.
He's worked for Disney.
Movies, yeah.
He really only has 2 bad movies, I think, which were Lady in the Water and The Last Airbender.
Oh no, he has quite a few bad movies.
And I'm sorry, and Split or Glass, whichever one was the
And the Alien one.
Signs?
Yes, Signs was horrible.
Signs is like
I like science.
Yeah,
Aliens
you're
come to
wrong.
a planet that more than 75% of the planet is covered with water, and they can't handle water.
Have you
Yeah,
ever
no
heard of
other
War of the
choice.
Worlds? You ever heard of War of the Worlds? They
That's
can't handle
not
germs.
true.
There's germs
Yeah.
everywhere.
If you're looking at a planet and it's giant, it's a bad movie.
Maybe they had no other planets to go
Hang on.
invade.
Doing
Maybe
away-
they didn't know it was water.
Why is his dead wife giving him signs to swing away in nightmares?
So painful.
Yes, that movie was so painful.
No, this
Especially with Marky
conversation
Mark
is
and the
so
Monkey Bunch.
Anyway, this all got brought up because of Old, which I saw this weekend, which I love a lot. M. Night is back. The M. Night Shyamalan is upon us. So let's all enjoy it.
So is
Shyamalanathon.
does Old take place in a beach that's actually in a city with people just driving around and they paid a lot to have them not fly over that area?
No, it is not the village. It is Old. But there is more to the island than you think. By the way, one of the...
It's actually in the
I
desert.
really honestly don't want any spoilers for Old because
I'm not going to give you a... This is
Okay.
this is not a spoiler.
The
One of the
trailer pretty
actors,
much
one
gives
of
it
the
all away.
one of the secondary actors, who I don't think I've seen in a trailer, is actually a lost actor. I won't say which one. So having this weird island with this lost
No,
actor, and given
he's
what he
in the
did with
trailer.
Split, and given what he did with Split, there was a tiny part of me that thought this was going to somehow tie into Lost at the end.
It's all waiting for 4, 8, 15.
Exactly. All right, so that's all our talk for Disney theme parks this week.
No, the
Right.
best part. You haven't even talked about the best part yet.
Why
Don't say
you
that
talk
because
about
we're going to talk about the stupid hat.
The
I want to make okay.
that
You can do that from there with my screen.
entertainment offerings are returning to Walt Disney World in August. I
didn't know
told
you
you-
could do that with
I
my
told you
screen.
StreamYard made a lot of changes while I was gone.
I could do stuff with it. I can remove it. I can make it this. I can do that.
Hey, we all went away. But I'm so excited. Fireworks are returning to Hollywood Studios.
No, hang on. Those are not fireworks returning to the Hollywood Studios. That is the animation show.
Those are
with-
fireworks.
Wonderful
Yeah.
World of Animation.
Yes, that has like a not.
It counts.
What a killjoy
Have you
you are,
seen
man.
Wonderful World of
It
Animation?
counts.
No, I haven't. Actually, yeah, I have.
Hey, I even count the little castle fireworks. So like the magic memories in you. That
smattering of
counts.
fireworks.
Yeah, it's good enough. Come on, man.
Wonderful World of Animation is coming back to Disney Hollywood Studios on Saturday, which would be August 1st.
That would just be craziness. Mike
me.
Mack starts messing with us, moving us all over the place.
Sunday, not Saturday. Sunday, August 1st, Wonderful Animation. I like the way they've done this, like they staggered it out. And then on August 8th at the Magic Kingdom, Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor will be back. If it's laughter you're after.
Oh.
Yeah. And then
they have a TV show on Disney Plus all about how that came to be.
very good. Way to cross promote there, cross pollinate. August 15th, again at Disney's Hollywood Studios on Sunset Boulevard, Beauty and the Beast Live on Stage will be returning. And then August 21st over at Epcot, Turtle Talk with Crush. So no Fantasmic. That's a little disappointing, but what is returning is amazing. Oh, and also disappointing for me, no Finding Nemo the musical.
I agree with that.
But what is coming? And then just real quick, September 28th will be the last day for Epcot Forever at Epcot.
Forever.
I actually spent time trying to remember which park it was at.
Nice one, Doobie.
Presumably that one will be gone forever. I don't think.
Can I talk about the next one before you say anything?
Sure.
And a Greek tragedy is happening in the Magic Kingdom, according to thousands of people. And I'm sure one of our contributors will say, "How dare you?" Yes, the happily ever after is going away, and apparently it is gone forever. And the amount of outcry that I've heard of, how dare they? Why did they just create it for 3 years and it has to go away? Yeah, apparently it's like showing up that it's gone, period.
Once people were sad that Bugs Land was going away, I knew there is nothing Disney can create that people will not be pouting when it leaves. Because I was there when Bugs Land came, and there is nothing ever more ridiculed than Bugs Land was when it opened up.
DCA.
Yes. Well, no, Bugs Land was even more ridiculed than DCA itself. Yeah. DCA at least had Soarin'. Bugs Land had Spinners. And then, of course, on October 1st, right after, Harmonious and what happened to the capital Us and Disney Enchantment are coming to Epcot and the Magic Kingdom, respectively.
So Harmonious at the D23 Expo now, 3 years ago, they briefly at the very end had the Harmony Us, the U.S.'s capitals, meaning all of us. And then they found that it didn't play well, so they just call it Harmonious.
Because people think it means U.S., like United States. And if that's not what you mean, then, clarify.
I think especially because of the national nature of Epcot.
Right. Question for you, Mike. Wonderful World of Animation, Laugh Floor, Beauty and the Beast Live on Stage, Total Talk with Crush. Which is your favorite Disney World theme park? Just kidding. Which of those 4 shows are you most looking forward to returning?
I have to admit, I'm terribly ashamed. I don't think I've seen any of those.
You've never seen Turtle Talk?
You've seen Turtle Talk in California.
No, I've never done,
wow. Now, this shouldn't come as a surprise, as he famously just rode Gadget Go Coaster for the first time about a month ago or so. So I have now been on every ride at Disneyland. I have still not ever done Turtle Talk.
Have you done Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln?
Yes, many times.
Did you do it when you were getting a haircut, or did you miss that?
Yeah, I remember the haircut. Yeah.
You must live. Anyway.
I don't know. I'll be down there in a few weeks. Should I do some of those shows?
Yes. I would say of those 4 things, the one you most should do. What are you laughing at?
Jeremiah's all no. Very vigorously as you said yes.
Beauty and the Beast is good. Not great. They fixed it, Jeremiah. They fixed it.
When was the last time you saw it?
It's been a while. Not in the past year. And then Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. I mean, it may not be the best thing in the world, but it is a must-see. It is a must-see.
No, it is fun.
Okay, so apparently I need to take Mac and Mike to see Turtle Talk when you guys are here.
Mike, you do realize what your job, Mac, you do realize what your job is, isn't it? Is this why you're like
he's the Marvel guy. No, he's the Marvel guy. He doesn't have to do Turtle Talk. That's Pixar. That's this guy's job.
No, that guy doesn't have to do it either. This is the
You
guy
do
who
it.
sits there all the time.
Down there.
Hang on, I'll do this also. Hey, look, here we go.
Mike, I advise you not to see it this way. I cannot imagine
No.
anything more
No.
annoying than seeing
No.
anything animated with Tony Betty.
The animation show, Mike, we have a video up on our YouTube. If you want to see the show, please head to the Life in Place YouTube. Look up the the Disney's Hollywood Studios shows. Watch the animation show. Go, oh, that doesn't make a lot of sense and is a big overload. And then watch the live action one they did a couple years ago, and the live action one is stellar. And the animation one's like, oh, yeah.
And that's why we call him Mr. Positive. Jeremiah Bad is what he
Bad. Did I ever tell you about when I worked at Universal? We had our full name on our name tags. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. And I cannot tell you how many people I had say, "You're not good. You're bad. You're bad. I'm going to sue you."
I'm gonna sue you
Oh yeah, you're
for false advertising.
Oh, so you can't go on Back to the Future. I'm sorry.
Jeremiah got a little bit of that Elvis attitude while he was out of town.
Taking care of business in a flash.
Dude, hope you don't have to go to the bathroom.
Hey, speaking of belts.
Okay, let's do it.
And gaudy belt buckles. Is that the right word?
I wouldn't call him gaudy. I would call him classy. But Jeremiah got to see these. There's
Tomato.
new belts available at Disney. Where'd you see these?
That was at Hollywood Studios. I'm sure they're available across property in World of Disney and D-Tech. And D-Tech, they can start making your own belt buckles.
Right. So Mike Celestino, keep a good look at these. We've got the Castle.
Uh-huh.
We've got the Retro D.
Got it.
Got the Classic D.
Mm-hmm.
I forget that one.
The previous one, that's called the John Stamos's Backyard.
Yes, exactly.
Special.
Which one of these would you most be proud to be walking around Disneyland in?
Well, if he's walking around Disneyland, hopefully it's just the Classic D.
Along with your
Classic D. Yeah.
Along with your your jean jacket with the stenciling on it.
I'm sorry, Tony's comment is killing me. I read Jeremiah's name tag like Frankenstein describing fire, or maybe Jeremiah.
Or like any adult would say, like Joey. Meat good.
Oh, that's right.
Good. Custard good.
And as Heather points out, the belts are popular. The with those dress shop dresses.
These are ladies' belts?
No, the Castle and the D and the Walt Disney World D are all men's. I mean, again, they aren't men's. They are whatever you want them to be.
Right.
And the mini one is actually reversible, so it can be black or red.
They do look like they would go nice with the dress, with your hands like right beside them in the pockets.
Pockets. Pockets are great.
Does Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor have animatronics, or is it?
No,
I mean,
it is.
No.
But it is
screen.
It is interactive, very interactive.
Yeah. Well, you probably did Turtle Talk on the Disney cruise, right?
He played trivia.
No, during your dinner. Did you do the dinner where Crush comes by and chats with the table?
No, which restaurant would that?
It would be an animation, but it's not on all the cruises.
But it's not on all the cruises.
We did a great one though, where you draw your own character and it comes to life.
That one that I haven't done yet.
That's my favorite. That's so awesome.
Favorite.
That was amazing. I love that.
Yeah, that was really epic.
But in Laugh Floor, it's like Turtle Talk, where you're talking to them and they're able to see you and talk back to you through the magic of whatever.
And you submit your own jokes? Is that how that works?
You can.
You can, yes. And
the best is, how do you make a handkerchief dance? You put a little boogie in it. Yep. That is a guarantee. If you put that in there, they will choose it.
I have heard that one more than one time on that show.
So. Gideon submitted a joke that they read one time. I can't remember what it is now, but he was so excited. That made him so happy.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's a good question. I wonder what he answered.
Oh, I love it.
Dude, by the way, I love this Geo comment about Harmonious. Mostly about IP made.
Hey, do you know what I learned today during Behind the Attraction Star Tours edition?
What did you learn?
I learned that apparently IP isn't always bad.
That's true. That's why they did
Especially
Star
when you
Tours.
go outside of the company, apparently. Just thought I'd toss that out there.
Yeah. Disney, that goes way back. All right, let's keep moving because
Sorry.
there's some other big news here. Look what is coming to Walt Disney World.
25 minutes of air conditioning.
Joe Biden's sunglasses are coming to Walt Disney World along with the rest of them as Hall of Presidents makes its return this August. When did it close? Probably in December, November? Did it close right after the election?
No, it didn't close until, was it around inauguration? It was pretty close to around that time. I don't believe it was during just the election.
The sunglasses are coming. They're like putting the sunglasses on the table.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
That is cool. It's a nice touch. So
I like
thrilled.
it.
Whenever there's an election, there's always, okay, Disney will take this chance to finally close Hall of Presidents. So I'm glad they kept it when Trump got elected. I'm glad they kept it when Biden got elected. I hope they keep it no matter what happens, because I think this is an important part of Liberty Square and for America.
Just out of frame in that photo, though, is the animatronic dog gnawing on the leg of one of the other presidents.
Is that the same one that got your little drawstring right there, Mike?
That's my cat, yeah.
Wow, good eye, Doobie.
Wow.
I told them about that before the stream.
Yo, Mike, no need.
He's slack for that.
Let me take some look good for once.
You can't see her.
It was like
There's a cat here.
Oh, I can see the little ear poking up.
Can
Yes,
you
we can see
please
it.
put the cat on your lap and totally
so
do?
cute.
She's so cozy right now. I don't want to move.
Yeah, no, don't let her be cozy. Let her be cozy.
Anyway, Hall of Presidents, and the most important thing it is good for, as Jeremiah said, is 25 minutes of air conditioning, but it does return sometime in August. So Jeremiah will be going to the park every day until it's there, so he can be among the first to enjoy Joe
So
Biden.
I'm gonna, before we move to that next topic, which is great, I can't wait for that one. I will say that I was out of state when they reopened Hall of Presidents last time, and I was very, very sad that because no matter
What
come on, dude.
is Doobie doing over there?
I adjusted. I do that like every show. Does it look that bad?
I was like,
You were doing a whole dance today, man.
Does Woodrow Wilson have a wooden leg, and I'm not aware of that?
yes,
Like I'm taking my history knowledge from Tony Betty.
I love the Hall of Presidents. It was one of 2 original opening day attractions for the Magic Kingdom, and I was very sad that I was not in town to go to the opening of it the last time. So this time I will definitely just take all of August off and be in the parks dying of heat.
What is the other opening day attraction that's still
That
there?
would be the Country Bear Jamboree.
Those are the only 2 opening day attractions at Disney World?
Those are the only original Disney World attractions.
Oh, that we're
Gotcha.
not at Disneyland first.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hall of Presidents is the only one that has not made it to any other parks around the world.
Really? Disneyland Paris didn't want it, huh?
No, neither did Tokyo for some weird reason.
We were holding out hope for Hong Kong and Shanghai, but
Shanghai, I was praying. I was like, come on.
Moving right along. Yeah. Disney World, 50. Let's do it. Jeremiah, have you seen this in person yet?
Yes, we have an article, or I thought we had an article with new photos that I just took. It looks beautiful in person. My favorite part about it is, thank you for clicking on that picture, because if you look closely at the 50 crest, can you make that any bigger? It's off center.
Yeah, it is. What are they doing there?
Wait, what's off center?
See the point? It's a little off to the left. It's actually tilted.
Yeah.
And between this and Epcot, are they just trying to drive people insane?
Yes, I think so.
I'm just happy that this is still going to be there when I turn 50. So I'm going to be able to get my picture with it when I'm 50.
No,
But
you're
yeah,
not. We're going to Alani for your 50th.
Yeah, but some point during that year, I will also go to Walt Disney
it
World.
is beautiful. They also just started work. I don't know if that's the next one you're going to talk about on the partner statue to make it shine like the top of the Chrysler Building. But right now, they actually went out, and it looks like somebody went out there and waxed on, waxed off. So it's just kind of this dull gray or dull silver right now.
So I remember when they had that mirror thingy for the Disneyland's 50th, and it just never looked quite right. Does this look quite right?
Yes, it looks beautiful, especially with all the. Hang on, let me see if I can send you one of the pictures that I just took.
Or you can just show it because you have that ability.
According, Jeffrey, just so you know, there's that clock partway down Main Street. That's what you can use that if you want. So.
They also sell these things now if you want to grab one.
No, but funny thing, do you remember that time that my phone kept getting shifted to the wrong time because there was one particular Disney Wi-Fi spot that when it would get on that one, that it would shift the time on my phone to a totally wrong time. I don't.
And when you're in a different state, you're really not actually sure if it's right or wrong.
It's so messed up.
Wait, were you one of those construction workers that would call the operator to ask what time it was, and then
555-1212?
It would come up different because the operator was looking at the clock that you were setting.
Yes, I am.
I would bet anything that's not a real story. That's one of the dumbest stories I've ever heard.
No, it makes total sense.
Dumb.
No, but it makes sense.
Did you find your picture? There we go. Go ahead and show
I
it.
can see it's coming. Here comes a picture from Jeremiah.
Oh,
there you go.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Except for why is it off center? But
yeah, I'm never gonna not see that now.
Yeah, let me see. Now I want to see if I can find. My friend went through a lot of effort to.
What do you think of that font, Mike?
I like it.
Seems pretty minimalist.
Okay.
I don't know. I was curious. You're an artsy guy, so I was curious what you thought.
Yeah, I like it. I have no problems with it.
You good with it, Rebecca? Yeah. How about you, Gio? What do you think of the font?
Yeah, Gio, what do you think? Oh, I agree. No command strips. So
what's a command strip?
You know those 3M things that you put on the wall and then you can peel it off without damaging your wall, but you can hang stuff up with it.
Okay. See, Mac just said you just ruined Magic Kingdom for him.
Sorry.
Everyone. But Jeremiah's just going to stand in front of the castle going, notice it's not quite off. It's off center.
No, really, if I can find this photo.
Everyone's going to go home sad. People are going to be canceling their weddings at the wedding pavilion. In the background.
I like this iridescent thing they got going on.
Iridescent?
It's like the way they do cars sometimes now. Does it look different in the sun? Like it kind of, you know what I mean? Like it kind of changes colors.
Really do much, and it was direct sunlight was definitely going on. I will find the photo and I'll have us retweet it. But my friend went in and actually drew lines and was doing like what nobody that put it up had any balance or a level.
It'd be funny if we come back and it's when
right?
it's centered.
It's like that time that they put up the Christmas tree, but a portion of the Christmas lights didn't work, and so they had to take it back down and then put it back up, and we barely noticed.
Gio has an interesting question. Is it me or is it just slightly off?
It's you. It's you, Gio. Sorry.
Okay. And then, in addition, that's right. Fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to the 50, they're also doing Disney characters all over the resort that are gold, and they're starting to reveal them on Instagram. And so here are 4 of the reveals that have come recently. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Oh, because Jeremiah. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I got. Oh wait, no, that's sorry. I'm done. I removed it. I'm done.
Just like we said on Saturday, professional.
Did I jump in there now?
No, you're fine. You're fine. So Pooh and Piglet, Timon and Pumbaa, Daisy and Lumiere and Cogsworth. If it's not Baroque, don't fix it. What do you guys think of these things? Mike?
You said that was 4 characters, but there are 7 characters.
Jeremiah?
I love them. I love the reveal today, especially the Winnie the Pooh one. That was really fun with George Calagridis talking in front of that classic Pooh photo spot at Disney Springs. That he makes it sound like it's been there for like decades, but I'm pretty sure it was just there like 12 years ago. Was put in like
Jeremiah, are they doing 50 statues or 50 characters?
50 statues, from what I understand.
Jeremiah, that Pooh has been there for quite a while. I'm gonna have to go find out how long it's been there, because I know we've seen it for quite a while now. And as Jeffrey points out, and I was gonna highlight too, they've kind of shown off Figment with this announcement of what's coming to the Orlando airport.
And Minnie, apparently.
Yep. And Minnie. And then if you zoom in on a high res image of this, you can kind of pick at some of the other characters that might be coming based upon the silhouettes of the background. Do you want me to say which ones I think I spotted?
Yes.
Okay. This could be spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
Okay.
I want you to name random Disney characters.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that among the silhouettes there, I saw Orange Bird, that I saw Bambi, that I saw Pinocchio.
Your turn.
You're lying.
Simba. I wondered if there may have been a Thaddeus Toad, but I couldn't tell for sure. It was a character who had wide hips and then went to very narrow feet, and I couldn't tell.
Jessica.
No, she didn't have wide hips. She had a big bosom. It's different. And then
She had it all.
No, they weren't wide hips. They were defined, but not wide.
Why do you do this? Why?
And then the other character, Cheshire Cat. That was another one that I'm pretty sure I could spot within the glitter, because it's like the glitter trail around them. So there you go. Those are some of the ones that I think I spotted.
It is going to be wrong to see Orange Bird Gold. That's not how that should work.
Why?
Because he's Orange Bird. He's not Gold Bird. That's the show on ABC.
But Lumiere's made of wax, and he's going to be there.
You're not getting my point. Okay.
I am. I'm just ignoring it.
So what else we got? What's going on the East Coast? Nope. What's going on the West Coast, Mike? We've been talking all this East Coast stuff. What's going on the West Coast?
Well, they hosted the Jungle Cruise premiere at the Disneyland Resort.
Lovely. Was Rocky there? That's not it.
Oh, sorry.
Rocky the Flying Squirrel.
Was Dwayne Johnson there?
Dwayne Johnson, Emily Blunt, Jack Whitehall, John Stamos.
Wow.
Really? They got John Stamos to come. Wow, that's quite a get.
I had John Stamos whispering in my ear as I toured Graceland.
Really?
Oh, seriously? Oh, I'm looking forward to hearing more about
Because
that.
he's a big Elvis guy, right? I forgot about that. Yeah.
Did he say, "You must live"?
Have another PB&J. No, PB and banana. Sorry.
Peanut butter, banana, and bacon.
Yeah. I don't do bacon. So
Did you get any TCB merchandise, Jeremiah?
No, I did not buy much merchandise. But one thing I did find out: are we?
No, we're not done with
No,
this.
we're not.
So I know The Rock was. They streamed this on Disney Parks blog. Is there anything you know about the premiere, Mike?
I know it was held in the Fantasyland Theater and
cool.
across from It's a Small World. But they did have The Rock and Emily Blunt arrive on a Jungle Cruise boat with all the skippers applauding and everything.
Oh,
I saw some great pictures of people doing selfies with The Rock in the background.
Yeah, there was a lot of fun being had on the premiere that were out there. What else was what did you watch we were doing the trivia contest, so we didn't get to see the red carpet. Did you get to see it, Jeremiah?
We were.
I didn't. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. I know that you can go on there and they're replaying it. But I did get a chance, since we can actually talk about it, right? We can talk about the movie. The embargo was done.
I don't know.
Honestly,
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure we posted our review of it, but
then yes.
I'm pretty sure it's not good enough.
Yeah, no, we'll look. We'll look. Are you looking, Doobie?
Yeah, I'm trying to look.
Well, hang on. While you're looking, let me ruin this a little bit more for you.
Oh, here we go. You got it, Jeremiah?
There you go.
Oh my goodness. That is.
That
You
is from
guys
my
are so
friend.
obsessed.
We should sell a button. Can
Oh,
you make
so
that a
it's like-
button?
It's not it's off center. It's just slightly rotated in the wrong direction, right? It's like you just need to do this, like turn
Yeah,
it.
you just turn just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes, Teo, one of our longtime fans, and his mom Heidi, who often comments on our walk and talks, he pointed this out on his social media, and I just started cracking up. And now it's ruined for everyone. Sorry, Mac.
Okay. No, the embargo is not lifted. Thank you, Mac.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. You used Slack properly. Okay. So we don't know how the movie was, but we do know they had a cool premiere. And the best part of the premiere, well, I also saw that I guess they went to downtown Disney and surprised people the next day.
Oh yeah, the day before they were there, I think.
Cool. And then he showed his cheat day using Disney snacks, which I didn't get to watch, but that sounds so cool. The Rock's cheat day's got to be huge.
Do you believe that The Rock has a cheat day?
Yes, he does.
You do?
He posted it on his social media every week.
I mean, that means it must be true. Yeah, right.
I know, like, he makes a point of doing it.
Okay.
And this was, I heard about this happening a couple of days earlier, and I was very excited. I was trying to remove it before we could get it put up there. But I heard that it has some amazing things, because when he cheats, like he is Gaston. He eats 6 dozen eggs.
Wow.
Every morning? No, once a week.
Once a week.
He's already
Gosh,
large.
Scooby, what else did The Rock do?
So The Rock also showed off his design talents. I mean, we know he can lift. We know he can cook. We know he can wrestle, and we know he can act.
He saved me from destruction on Fast and Furious in Orlando
We know he can do that. So
with his big gun, as he put
that
it.
is cool. While he was doing a premiere, like at the same time, he's saving lives in Orlando.
Yep.
No. Can we just get on with this?
And
This
in
is
North Hollywood.
for this.
Rebecca says after doing it with the pre-show, by the way, she is becoming
Whoa.
such a fan of that attraction.
That is so much better with a pre-show. Fast and Furious is fun as it is. You guys are all wrong. It is a fun attraction in Orlando. But when you have the pre-show, then it becomes even. We were done. We were laughing so hard.
Attraction in California, as I'm
No,
sure
it
Mike
isn't.
can attest to many times.
No, it isn't. It doesn't belong on the tram tour, but it is
And
a
having
fun
the-
attraction in
The
Orlando.
2 random cast members sitting there going, "Oh, I got a call. Oh, I'm going to put the call up on the big screen. Oh, you don't want to talk to me. You just want to talk to the audience that just happens to be here for a party that we don't know."
No, we had so much
exactly
fun.
Tony and Matt can back me up on how bad that pre-show really is.
No, it was so funny, and they were so engaging, and we had a blast and a half with the pre-show cast members. They were excellent.
I don't think 15,000 is that impressive. I can do that easy. Piece of cake.
And so The Rock.
No, calories have the piece of cake has far less calories.
So The Rock showing off his design skills, as Mike Celestino put it a little earlier in our Slack, he's picturing him sitting there over a drafting table, came up with this wildly original take on.
I honestly hadn't seen it until this very moment.
Can I just state something? Just so you all know, this is sold out. You cannot buy this. It's not available. We are humoring the person who created Laughing Place with this entire segment.
It deserves to be here. Check it out. Did you see what it says? This new were designed by the star of the film himself, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. See, they've mixed together.
Half a second.
Scroll down more.
They've mixed together his cap from the movie with mouse ears, and then on the
we don't know
back.
that we don't know
okay,
that it's
stop.
just from the movie. We can't
I
talk
want to
about
see
that.
the profile pic. Good. Yeah, there.
It looks like
What's
an
wrong with it?
vendor from Buena Vista Street in DCA. That's what they should be wearing.
I think it
Jimmy
looks pretty
loves
awesome.
these. You love these, right?
I do. Yeah, I'm not a big cap wearer, but I like these a lot.
Okay,
And
first
they say
off,
Jungle Navigation Company on the back.
in that picture right there, to me, it looks like the ears are put on backwards.
It does. I agree 100%. That's the first thing I saw. But at least they're centered.
when I see it, it looks to me like the ears are, compared to how they appear on a traditional hat, they seem backwards. This is not for me. I will just say.
So these aren't regular ears, though. These aren't like the plastic ears. These look like they're kind of leather.
Correct.
So this is just stitched.
Correct.
Oh, how much did these cost? How did I miss out on this?
They were, I believe,
$68.
$80.
That's how I missed out on this. Yeah, no interest.
$68.
Are they
That's
signed
actually
by
less than I was going to guess.
Yeah, me too. Me too, Mike. That's cheaper than I would have guessed.
Because I would imagine for his design skills and experience, that would have cost 5 figures just to have them work.
Jeremiah's eye roll is so visible. It's so visible. But I do.
Would
let me try this again.
So you can hear it out of them, Geo? Is that what you're saying? Like, are they microphones? Can you talk in my ears?
By the way, I will say this about them. They do feature something that I wish more ear hat designs had, and that is a brim. Because one of the frustrations I have regarding the modern ear hat versus the ear hat of the 70s is that it lacks the little brim, so that way I get a little bit of sun shield, which is the main reason why I wear a hat.
That's what the Donald beak hat is for.
Exactly.
Sold out at Shop Disney, unfortunately, which means you might be able to find them on eBay, maybe for slightly more.
Well, I should totally look and see what they're going for on eBay.
You should. Max says he would wear it, though he wouldn't buy it. Aubrey says the ears look weird to me as well, so I think it's pretty unanimous. They're pretty awesome. Everyone thinks so.
Juby's just mad he didn't get any.
Proceeds going to The Rock.
Yeah, because one of the highest paid actors in the world needs these $5 hats.
Those cheat days ain't gonna pay for themselves, Jeremiah.
They should have worked "You're welcome" somewhere on it, right? Something, right? I see a pair that's currently listed for a buy it now at like $139.89.
All right, that's not bad.
Apparently they were also available in the park, at least the parks here. I don't know if they were at Disneyland also today at Magic Kingdom, and I heard at Disney's Hollywood Studios. But
oh, really?
Yes. So
Very
that's probably where the resellers may have picked them up.
So I see several postings around the $150 to $200 mark for these years, which I'll be honest is what I kind of thought was going to be the tag. We're talking about ears designed by Dwayne.
I would show up on my next Disney cruise in this cap and the big castle belt buckle if I could. That would make me so happy.
For that, I will look for them. But wait, is it just the cap and the belt buckle? Nothing else?
Well, I got to make sure I get a tan, so I can't cover too much. Yeah.
We don't want your pale booty.
It's cool. Since you've adjusted the lighting, I can tell you're red. Jeremiah, you got to go to Graceland.
Yes.
Oh, so jealous.
The Inside the Disney Archives exhibit that had previously been in Tokyo and then had been at the Bowers Museum in Orange County for about 3.5 years, even though only open about 12 days. Just relocated to the Graceland Exhibit Center, directly across from the King's home. The interesting thing, I got a chance to see it at the Bowers, and they actually have removed some of the pieces that were at that exhibit, but they did add in a few Elvis, including a reproduction or a facsimile of the final piece of Lilo and Stitch animation with him in front of the gates of Graceland. We had Bill Farmer and Brett Iwin, D23, did a opening day event, and then the following day for the opening, they kind of reenacted it for the general public.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
it was lots of fun. The exhibit is set up differently than it wasn't the Bowers, so if you saw it there, it's worth going to see. This beautiful area is the entrance area, and that clip of Becky is about 15 seconds, and it repeats over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. There is the film canister of Love Me Tender, a 20th Century Fox film that Elvis starred in that was not part of the original exhibit.
Nice one. Nice move.
And then they have the Charo poster
from
Japan, not not Coochie
That's
Coochie.
cool.
Oh,
No,
that doesn't look like
that's the Elvis
Charles.
Western. No, the Elvis West, one of the Elvis Westerns.
Trust me, that joke at least
I
5
bet.
times while we're there.
I bet.
And there's the reproduction or facsimile of the
Aw.
final animation and some of Stitch doing Elvis.
I didn't even make that Stitch Graceland connection
Yeah.
until I saw this picture, but yeah, makes a lot of sense.
For the D23, because it was a special ticketed event, the guest got a print of that.
Oh, so you have one?
Yes.
Very, very
Ron
cool.
Cycle. So we got to see this exhibit at the Bowers Museum, one of the few days it was open, and liked it very, very much. It is so
Liked
well
it
worth
too.
your time.
I saw it twice. Yeah, I
Yeah.
liked it a lot.
You covered it for us, right? Our
I did.
major article on it is from you.
I have a
And-
nice
and the
half-hour long video of
Yeah,
the
wonderful,
whole thing.
wonderful video of it too.
Do you have a half-hour video? I think I have a 14-minute video, including the opening and a quick stroll through of everything. But some of the stuff like the Queen drum skin, there it is. And then they have the Deadpool book from Once Upon a Deadpool, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Some of these that I don't recall being at the Bowers, but I know like at the Bowers they had Roger Rabbit stuff, like the Jessica Rabbit maquette and more of the 20th Century Fox. So they've adjusted what is there. So it has some different things. So if you are going, you can enjoy it again. And
And
get a good Graceland.
I'm sorry, is it always a guided tour available, or is that just for the opening?
That was the VIP has some type of guided tour.
Okay.
For the opening, it was walk through. You get to see everything.
So be sure to check the article for the dates that that this exhibit is going to be at the Graceland Exhibition Center, and pricing information and whatnot. That's all there in the article. By the way, those images with the bookcases, Jeremiah, did you play How Many of Those Do I Own?
I did at the Bowers, and Alex and I got to walk through, and we really were like, own it.
Own it. Yeah, that's what we were. That's what I did with Giddy when we were at the Bower. Oh, we got that one. Got that one. Got that one. I remember reading that one. Had that one when I was a kid.
And it'll be there through the rest of the year. So you got time.
Yeah,
And of course,
there for 6 months.
you want to couple it with Graceland, with Jeremiah also got to visit. So tell us a little bit about Graceland.
So I'm I would say I'm on the lower end of the Elvis fan. I enjoy his music. I've seen some of the films. Blue Hawaii I love because at the Polynesian Cultural Center in Hawaii, that is where you can go to learn all about the Polynesian culture. Go figure. That's where they actually filmed some of Blue Hawaii. So I always was like, that's a magical moment. I was somewhere where Elvis filmed. And then get to walk his house. It is an interesting tour. John Stamos, as I said, is the tour guide, and they give you an iPad and you walk from room to room. But it's only the upper level. You walk down into the lower level. You walk out to his trophy room. You get to see a lot of the Presley family history. And then across the street, they have this giant complex that makes me feel like I'm in a movie studio, where they have his cars. They have Lisa Marie has a section. There was a section about him being in the Army. There was a section about the stars that he's inspired, including full costumes from Kiss. So it was definitely worth the price tag. But the thing that amazed me is bringing it all back to Disney. During a normal time of the year, Disney may have 3 different lines running in a park of merchandise. Graceland had at least 6 that I can think of off the top of my head of different merchandise lines that were constantly changing. And I saw people walking out of Graceland with bags that rival those of those people that I'm sure were at Magic Kingdom buying hats this morning. And just every time I turned a corner, I'd be like, oh, look, it's a new, they have the Presley Airways. They have the Presley Motors. Lisa Marie had her own line. It was just amazing. It wasn't something that we were covering as far as the Graceland goes, but I felt like I could have taken enough pictures of their merchandise to take care of a week.
I know I've seen like lists of biggest franchises, and Elvis is always high on that list. They make a lot of money from Elvis, the Elvis likeness. Lisa Marie's doing okay.
Yeah, especially the house is beautiful to walk through. It was, the tour is very, I kind of likened it to the Winchester Mystery House, where you kind of walk through and they show you the different rooms and go, and in this room, this may have happened. But they talk about his dining room where Elvis sat at the furthest end so he could always watch his TV. And then they talked about the jungle room and how at one point he turned it into a recording studio, but it still has green carpet on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Much like yourself, Jeremiah.
Yes. Well, I did have to remove the green carpet from the ceiling, and I am looking for a photo from Graceland that I would share happily.
Jeremiah, do we have any hints or information regarding what some of the other possible destinations are for this traveling exhibit? I haven't heard any myself, so
they haven't talked about anything during the event. They didn't say anything. They did say that they had a lot of interest from different locations, but Graceland was the first to jump up and say, "Hey, we will do this. Doobie, I will just do this right here so you don't have to." I don't know if you've actually seen this.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead, Mr. Jeremiah.
Yeah, I remember how much I had to reduce. I had to keep my budget in check when I went to Graceland. It was.
You've been there?
Spent a lot of money. Yeah, my parents were nice.
My.
Oh, I love it, Jeremiah. That is epic.
In one of the areas where you can put yourself, I put myself in movie posters and like, hey, you can put on the jumpsuit, which would have worked great if the screen was sensitive enough so I could expand it so my knee isn't just like off to the side or my hand isn't.
The only thing that picture is missing is the cool little cap with the mouse ears. That would have just completed it.
And this one, speaking of the carpet, and since we are approaching the anniversary of Epcot, home of the wall carpet.
Jeremiah Elvis. Oh,
wall carpet going up towards the jungle room.
Oh, that's cool.
That's quite
disturbing. I remember my uncle had a Pinto that had a shag on the ceiling. That's what I remember about it.
Shag.
They have a licorice dispenser.
He might have for all. I just remember the carpet on the ceiling very much. But I visited Graceland GB in college.
Mike Celestino, would you rather visit where Abraham Lincoln was born or where Elvis Presley, Graceland?
I'm not a big Elvis guy. I'm going to say
Lincoln guy.
No, yeah. I'll say Lincoln. I don't think I've been there.
All right.
I didn't get to visit his house. We did the tour. We did the museum. The Graceland Museum with the cars and the history and everything, but we didn't do the house itself. I had siblings that were young, and we didn't think that would retain their interest.
Plus, I've seen where Lincoln died, so it would be a nice.
Oh, there you go, bookend.
Oh, yeah. Yes, good. I wasn't there when he died, but I did. You must live. I heard all of that part of it.
As if you were there.
So there was I feel like I can say this now because he's long gone from Disney. But we heard a rumor that the head of Disneyland at the time, Paul Pressler, his original idea for redoing Lincoln was for it to be a redoing of the assassination.
That was a story out there. Yeah, that was a story out there.
I bet we could find an Imagineer that may know more about that.
There would be a moment when it happened.
So, Paul, if you're watching, sorry to bring that up.
The behind the attraction thing, seeing all those guys so young was so much fun. Tom Fitzgerald and Tony Baxter, and it was a hoot and a half. What? Yes, Jeremiah?
One more thing. During the presentation, Becky Klein, head of the Walt Disney Archives, got up, and she's given this presentation probably so many times she could repeat it in her sleep. I know that I've seen it once or twice, but one of the highlights was she starts throwing up questions that have been asked. And one of the ones like, did Walt Disney say, if you can dream it, you can do it? And she flat out goes, no, he did not. And then goes into the explanation of that it was a promotional for Epcot. And I'm like, yeah, Tom Fitzgerald wrote it, so he should get credited, not Walt.
Walt wasn't even there for the Epcot's opening.
No, he was out of town. He was in Disneyland Paris getting ready for
Fun
that.
fact, Walt has never been to an opening of a Disney theme park.
Stop. Somebody's gonna really think that you believe that one of these days. You and your ridiculous nonsense.
I thought if you believe and wish hard enough, anything can come true.
If you can dream it, you can do it.
That's what Disney told. How old do you think I am, Mac?
So did you guys like the behind the attraction thing though? Like,
I haven't gotten to see all of them yet. I love the Tower of Terror one. That one was great.
Yeah. What about?
I just finished the Space Mountain one. I've seen all of them that are up now, and I liked it quite a bit. I think there's a lot of good information. It's presented in a very entertaining way. It's good stuff. Good interview subjects.
Oh, it presented in the entertaining way is the difficult thing for me. I cannot stand the format of the almost like Snapchat, Instagram, like, oh, here's and what was that? And then they cut the person just looking at the camera, like.
There's the take I was expecting from Jeremiah.
I don't mind it. Usually that kind of thing would like bother me, but I think it's fine. I don't mind it.
It definitely got better. The first episode was very hard for me to watch.
I haven't seen it yet, but I was just watching some of the movies we love on Netflix, which was also like the toys we love. Is it that kind of a style kind of thing?
It is the exact same style, directed by the same person. Yes.
Oh, is it really? Okay,
yes.
I did not like that, so this will be fun.
Yeah, where it cuts to like where. What is it? Rolly Crump in the Small World one is like, how did we fix things? And he cuts to Rolly Crump, call Mary Blair. And then they do that like 5 times.
Okay.
Joking.
Yeah. It's such a YouTube way of doing things. I wouldn't be surprised if Gideon loves it. And it's huge on Netflix with the toys and the movies. So
yep.
I'm glad. It's nice to see Disney trying different stuff, not just sticking with one way of doing things. I am actually happy about that.
I really liked it because the content itself was great. And so the fact that it was being brought to, it was some new information, but it was being brought in a fun and different way. And I really appreciated that, especially knowing that that's going to be what is more intriguing to Gideon and those who are growing up on the YouTube pacing and style.
So the moral of this story is Jeremiah is old.
Yes, Jeremiah would prefer content over quick cuts.
Jeremiah hates fun. Speaking of old, I highly recommend everyone go see Old, M. Night Shyamalan's latest movie. It's really fun, really cool, really well shot. I would love for
planes fly over.
I want to talk to Mike after he sees it because the way he shoots stuff is just so noticeable to someone like me who's oblivious to everything. And I'm curious if it like totally distracts you or you enjoy it or what. But it is so interestingly shot.
I'll let you know if and when I see it. I do kind of wish it was just available on VOD and I would pay $20 or $30 to watch it at home. But having to go out in the theater, I'll try.
I was listening. There were some kids there who were trying to decide to see the movie. What were they saying? They were using a word. I should have thought about this before I started speaking. So I'm going to stop now.
That's the definition of this episode.
That should be the title of this show. I should have thought about this before I started speaking.
Should have thought about this. Series is all we have. We really should have thought. So did you have to edit the music for that movie?
I literally created that, and it got uploaded about 2 minutes before we went on. So I picked the first crowd noise clip I found. It is terrible. It's terrible. I could not have picked a worse one.
Also, I don't know why I run like that, but I'm running like Gideon. He's like so cute, and then I'm just. Scare the heck out of those women.
I wish I'd be on it if you were doing this, Mac. I love the Shyamalan. All right. Anything else anybody want to add? I wish I could remember what those kids were saying, but it's so irrelevant. Mike?
I was telling Rebecca earlier about the Star Tours episode of the Behind the Attraction, and I loved getting to see the ride vehicles lifted by crane and inserted into the show building. I thought that was super neat. They got some really cool footage in there.
That's cool.
Yep.
And the Star Tours episode. What?
Tim O'Day's in that one too.
Tim O'Day made sure via his Facebook that all his friends knew that he was going to be in this
really?
show.
Oh,
Yes,
I
he did.
somehow missed that. That's cool. Okay.
So does it just
That was
cover
fun.
Star Tours, the original, or Adventures, or does it go all the way
It
up to
does.
two?
Star Tours Adventures Continue, goes to Galaxy's Edge, Smuggler's Run, Rise of the Resistance.
You clearly didn't read Tony Betty's well-crafted review.
No, but I did watch your show today and use that as a leading question to get the answer I knew was coming.
That's the cool thing about the series, though, beyond the editing style, is that it not only does it cover the topic that's the title of each episode, but then they'll do all the overseas versions of each attraction and anything that's like tangentially related to that. So I feel like other minor things are getting covered in
Do
addition
they
to
cover like the Nara Dreamland version?
No.
And
That'd be
Doobie,
fun. Yeah.
this, just like your new favorite accessory, is thanks to The Rock.
Yeah, we should have mentioned that. Yeah, The Rock was the executive
He's the
producer
executive
on the
producer
show.
on it.
He is.
Yeah.
Did he go around wearing the cool hat? Is he in it at all?
I did not know.
He shows up in the Jungle Cruise one, but he's not wearing that hat.
How is he the executive producer of this? Is this like a bone they threw him for being in the movie? I mean, he didn't really have it. He had as much to do with this as he did with designing that hat, right?
Stop! He strikes me as one of those people who enjoys doing lots of he strikes me very similarly to Shaq, who is using his fame to put his hand in a lot of different pies and try a lot of different entrepreneurial things.
According to Michael Mack,
Yeah.
I don't know who this Michael Mack is. He related to the guy that works for us. He has his own production company.
Yeah. So these kinds of things, that's what it feels like to me. Hey, I've reached a point in my career where I can try designing a hat. I can try executive producing this thing. I can try, doing this, that, the other. It's cool and it's fun. I love it.
If I had that, I would certainly do it. I would.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I've got a lot of ideas up here I want to produce.
Yeah.
So many.
Is
$7
this one of the ones
production.
you want to produce, and look how it's turned out.
Touche. My dream is to have this trivia show with my son. I think that could be a lot of fun. That's the one. Let's do that one. When is Mike going to get us a guest again? It's been a while. I think it's time for another visit.
Oh, I know.
I came very close to pitching you an episode for 4th of July, and then I was like, I think that was a period where I was very busy, and I was like, nah, I'll do it some other time, maybe next year.
Soon would be something soon. Something soon would be great because I miss Mike's guests. All right, Jeremiah, good? Anything else you want to say?
No, join us tomorrow. We're going to have a celebration of all things Jungle Cruise at 4 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. That will
impossible.
Strike that, reverse it.
4 p.m. Pacific. What time is it for you going to be, Jeremiah? It's going to be 4 for you, so it'll be 1 Pacific.
Yeah.
So
3
that
hours this way.
That would be 1 for us.
You know the best way is just to subscribe and ring the bell.
I do that. I do that all the time.
That is obvious to all of us, Jeremiah, that you're in a foul mood today.
Oh, don't pick on Jeremiah.
It's because he missed out on buying those ears.
I know. He's still disgruntled over that.
Really, I mean, surprisingly, I'm the one who always gets picked on for buying the dumb things, and then this one's like...
That's not dumb. Those ears are cool.
But yes, tomorrow there will be a celebration of Jungle Cruise.
Very cool.
Coincides with the world premiere. So tune in for that. But like Doobie said, subscribe, ring our bell. Follow us on Tickety Talk. We now have a TikTok.
Please don't.
Wow, very cool.
We have to stay current. If not,
that's awesome.
I'm afraid to try my hand at TikTok, but maybe I'm going to be at the park on Wednesday. Maybe I should try doing a TikTok.
Yay!
Oh,
totally.
please do. If I
would
send you a
love to see
TikTok,
that.
yeah, I'll find the hip TikTok dance if you'll do it.
Well, I was going to do something like pointing at an attraction without me in it, but maybe.
No. You do the TikTok dance in front of a cool attraction, and then it goes viral with you in it.
Maybe if I fall over, it'll go viral, but I can't think of any other reason.
Hey, well, tonight here on the LP YouTube channel, we're going to be talking about Adventures in Babysitting Club, right? That's what it's called.
No. The Adventures in Babysitting with
I know.
from 87.
I think so. Yeah. It's a movie I haven't seen, but our team watched it, and a few of them are going to get together and talk about it. I'm guessing Celestino's going to be there. Am I right?
I'll be there. I watched it today to prepare for it. I would not recommend watching the version that's on Disney Plus, but we'll talk about that.
Who's going to be with you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Jeremiah? Is
No.
it just me?
It's
Yes,
just you.
Mike. No, there's others. There's others there.
So, quick question, Mike Celestino, if you showed up for it and it was just you, would you cancel?
Or would you call upon soon-to-be legend Tim O'Day to speak about a film also?
Do you think Tim O'Day has seen Adventures in Babysitting?
I'm sure that he has. I wouldn't be surprised if he had something to do with it. Think about the specials from the 80s and 90s that he had to do with.
Maybe he's in it.
I wonder if maybe we could get Elizabeth Shue to call in.
Are you in it, Jeremiah?
No.
It says Jeremiah and Alex.
Slack, Doobie.
Okay. Anyway, Rebecca, anything else you want to mention?
No, that's it. I just wanted to share that from Benji. But you guys covered it. I had a wonderful time in Orlando. I'm looking forward to going back to Orlando. It was great. See, I've got tan.
Yes, I do not have a tan. I was not with you in Orlando, but it's just a matter of time before I get mine too.
Yeah.
Deck 4. So, thanks everyone for joining us. Oh, if you want to see my face again, Disney Trivia Live tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Pacific. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Jeremiah. Good. Thank you, Mike Celestino. Thank you to my lovely and talented wife with her new darker hair, Rebecca. And thank you to you in the upper left corner. I'm your biggest fan. See y'all later.
Bye.
Bye, kitty cat.
Kitty cat.
Bye, kitty cat.